QSR on the coffee break.
Oh. Okay. I want to do this one song more. I think we have time for one more.
Yeah, let me tell my favorite Melanie story, and I hadn't even thought of it in about, it's been years. But I was sitting here listening to your music, and suddenly it went right in my head that it was the summer of 1970, and I went to a thing called Powder Ridge in Connecticut.
You saw me at Powder Ridge.
I sure did. It was a strange time to be alive, let alone to be a strange time to be young and long-haired.
Right.
The summer of 1970 was right after Kent State, and it was 1 year after Woodstock, and every promoter in the Northeast was just looking to make it happen again.
Yeah, right.
You know, there
Everybody
were ones
wanted
in
another
Jersey, there were
Woodstock,
ones in
right.
Canada, Strawberry Fields, and there was
Right.
Powder Ridge in Connecticut. It was the last weekend of July, first weekend of August in 70. And I went up there. I had bought my ticket in advance. I got ripped off at $20. And it turned out to be the Powder Ridge Drug Festival.
Yes,
That's what it turned out to be.
absolutely.
It was terrible. There was a whole lot of people there, about 20 or 30,000, and there was a court injunction or something.
Yes, they tried from where I remember it from. They I heard on the radio, like as I was leaving to go, that they're not allowing the festival to go on, and I said, nonsense. You know, of course they're going to allow it. I mean, there are all those people there, and they said on the radio there was 100,000 people there. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't right, but that's what they said on the radio. And there were all these kids who had paid $20 to go see a concert that were going to be very disappointed because there was a court injunction that said no concert would go on at Powder Ridge. And I said, I've just got a feeling that the court injunction will be lifted and everybody's going to have a concert. Because how can they do that, you know, after they take the money and the people are there already anyway? I mean, why bother? So
As it turns out, they did it.
they
They
did
had
that,
control of
the
the
court injunction, and
electrical
they said
power.
that any performer who showed up was going to be arrested, you know, and with a possible 10-year sentence. Oh, they can't arrest singers, I said to myself, because that's ridiculous, you know, they won't do that. And what I did is I ended up, everybody said, don't go, it's dangerous and you shouldn't do it because you're going to get arrested and go to jail for 10 years. And me in jail? I said, how could that be? So I went, and I snuck in because they wouldn't let me in as me. So what I did is I combed my hair back, and I hid my guitar in the trunk, and I just rode in with the WINS, WINS news team. And I went in with their limo, and they all knew they were harboring a refugee.
Smuggling in a musician,
Smuggling
as
in
it were.
a rock person. And I got into the festival, right? I didn't know what I was going to do there, you know. I just thought, there are a lot of people, and I am one of the people they came to see, and I'm going to be there. So I parked myself on the top of a hill, and I do have a loud voice. You know, I can project maybe for at least 500 people, you know, without any kind of amplification. So I decided I would entertain in spots. You know, I would pick a hill this time, and then I'd go to another hill and pick another hill.
Oh, so you
And
did a few, huh? Because
I did
I
a
saw you with the
few,
help of an ice
and
cream truck.
That's right. Well, what happened was they heard I was there, and I had gotten in. And the Mr. Softy people, were the only electric of any kind that had gotten in. So they hooked me up they hooked up a makeshift kind of sound system to a Mr. Softy generator. Misty Softy.
It's the truth.
And yeah, that's
You
true.
gotta believe her. I was
And
there.
one microphone, no guitar mic, nobody.
As a matter of fact, if I remember the wording correctly, they said they were going to arrest any musician that even stepped on the main stage.
There was no thing. So absolutely not. It was really definitely, you were not allowed to do it. No way.
So you avoided the main stage,
So
came right over to where I was camped.
I was a
I was
hill.
sitting in front of my tent, and suddenly it was Melanie and her ice cream truck.
And me and Mr. Softy did the Powder Ridge Festival single-handed.
And I remember beautiful people being so good.
And that is, well, yeah, that was fun. I just performed for as long as I thought people could stand me. And so I was at the festival that never was. That was the Powder Ridge Festival. Anyway, I still do beautiful people. And a lot of people thought of this as a Woodstock Nation song. And I don't agree with that. You know, I never did agree with that. When I wrote it, it was it was definitely had a humanitarian theme, but I thought that because of the times we were going through, that it was perceived a little differently than the way I had intended it to be. You know, I wasn't a bliss ninny running around the streets kissing everybody. You know what I mean? I wasn't an idiot. You know, I was young. I was 16 when I wrote this song. By the time I got to perform it, I was 19. You know, in front of large audiences, and the first time I ever recorded this song, the man who's playing classical and acoustic guitar over there, Sal DeTroya, played on this session with me. And I think we had to record the song at least, I think we did about 50 takes, you know, to get it, you know, to get it. And by the time the 50th take came about, I was so exasperated. I knew what I wanted out of myself, you know, and everybody was really patient, and Sal was really patient, and everybody just went with it. And 50 takes later, we recorded the song, and I still sing the song now, and I think I've got more understanding of the emotion that I was feeling then, and it's as valid now as it was then. And so we're going to do now Beautiful People. Beautiful people, you live in the same world as I do, but somehow I never noticed you before today. I'm ashamed to say beautiful people, we share the same back door, and it isn't right. We never met before, but then we may never meet again. If I weren't afraid you'd laugh at me, I would run and take all your hands then. I'd gather everyone together for a day, and when we're gathered, I'll pass buttons out that say beautiful people, and then we'll never have to be alone, 'cause there'll always be someone with the same button as you, including in everything you do. Beautiful people, you look like friends of mine. It's about time that someone said it right here and now. I make a vow that sometime, somehow, What a day it has been, and what a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face. Oh, human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. Well, music of life seems to be like a bell that keeps ringing for me. Yeah, from the way that I feel when that bell starts to reel. Well, I could swear that I'm falling. I'm sure I must be falling. But it's almost like being in love. Almost like being in love. Oh, la 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 la. Almost like being in love. Almost like being in love. He may be sitting right next to you. He may be a beautiful people too. And if you take care of him, maybe he'll take care of you. 'Cause all the beautiful people do it. And I'm a beautiful people too. And it's almost like being in love. Almost like being in love. Yeah, sometimes they're rare and you think they're hard to come by. When you find somebody, you gotta take care. You gotta take care. You gotta take care of the beautiful people. Almost like being love. You know, he may be sitting right next to you. He may be our beautiful people too. And if you take care of him, maybe he'll take care of you. 'Cause all the beautiful people do it. All more beautiful people too. Almost like being love. Almost like being love. And it's almost like being in